Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. Thumbs up for that. It is good to be alive. At least I assume it's good to be alive. I find it good to be alive. I assume that you find it good to be metabolizing. I mean, you may not. I don't know, but hopefully you do. That would be good. I did not sleep great last night, woke up early, and even after going to bed late, and so tossing and turning, pain and discomfort. So I went to bed about midnight, woke up around 4, oh joy. So got therapy today too, so it's gonna be fun all because of that. But life is life. I mean, you do what you gotta do. And to quickly front load the video, of course, hey, if you could interact with the YouTube algorithms and drop me a comment, that would be awesome. If you like what you hear and see, if you could hit the like button, that would be cool. If you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't, that would be definitely awesome. And I do want to thank each and every one of my Patreon.com patrons. And I don't know why I always do the .com at the end, but probably because I'm old. But I would like to thank each and every one of these people. They help to keep me alive. It is wonderful, beautiful, awesome, and incredibly appreciated on my part. I like being alive, and I like that people help to keep me alive. Thank you very, very much. If you'd like to become a patron, there are links in the video description. I don't know what device you're watching this on, so I don't know where that is, but if you could check it out, that'd be cool. That, of course, is the end of the front loading. Joy. But yeah, I tossed and turned, and that was fun. So at least I got some sleep, and that was good. Thumbs up for that. It's been really, really cold. In fact, last night I was going to put on my summer jacket on top of my shirt, and then the inner shirt, and then my plaid shirt that I wear, long sleeve plaid shirt. I was going to put on my jacket, but my kitty cat had been sleeping on it, and I forgot to wash it, and so it was just coated in cat hair. So, I put on another overshirt, and then I put on the plaid shirt on top of that, and I was warm. Barely warm enough. It was freezing cold. By that meaning, it wasn't actually freezing because it was raining. So, joy on that. There are some things that in life are getting more difficult for me, and I'm going to say this because that reminded me. Putting on that extra shirt last night, I've talked about it in the past, how before I knew what was going on inside of me, if I put on shirts, if I have folded wrinkled cloth anywhere inside of that, that feeling is just terrible. The texture and the feeling is just one of the worst things in the world. It makes my skin crawl. I got massive anxiety. There are some shirts I can't even wear anymore because of the way that they'll feel. Putting on that extra shirt is like, I have to fight against that horrible, horrible feeling and make all of my shirts sit straight again with no folding or wrinkling underneath any of the layers. That just makes my skin crawl. Ugh. Which is also irritating on the food department because I like chili, I like beans, not like green beans, I like green beans, but like kidney beans, pinto beans, the kind of beans that you find in chili and stuff like that. I like the taste. I've enjoyed beans my whole life. I have difficulty eating chili now, and I can't put regular chili inside of mashed potatoes and make a meal out of that anymore because the texture and the shape of the beans, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. It is just terrible. It is awful. It is the worst thing in the world. And it's just a bean. Not even the taste of it. It's just the texture and the shape. Life is life, though. But yes, went out walkies, and my feet were soaked by the time I got back because it was raining, and raining at an angle. So you gotta love that. And so my feet got soaked. Life is life. I just put the wet shoes on top of the space heater, which I keep on at the lowest setting at night so that my little hamster doesn't freeze because they need heat. So that dries out the shoe, and that's good. So it was wet and rainy and awful, and aside from it being freezing, I really like that. I actually enjoy walking in that. As much as right now, seasonal affective disorder is stomping on my mood and kicking me from here to the curb and back, I like walking at night. It's nice. There aren't a lot of people around. I still can see things because even though I got terrible eyesight, I have still got good night vision. I can see really good at night, and I enjoy walking at night, and that's nice. The bad part, of course, is with the large homeless population, you never know who you're going to run across at night. There's nothing wrong, I mean, there is something wrong with being homeless, but it's not the homeless person's fault. It is right now society and what's going on in the U.S., and it's just not good. So there is a large and growing homeless population in the United States, and I am trying real hard to not be one of them, because that could happen soon, and I will die after that if that happens, because I have sleep apnea, and you can't plug a sleep apnea machine into a sidewalk. I stop breathing when I sleep, and that puts a terrible strain on your heart and lungs. But given that, there are also people that are homeless because of other issues, drug addiction and mental illness, such like that. So when you're walking on the streets and you come across other people that are walking, they could be just people like me. Or they could be somebody who's carrying all of their possessions on their back and is walking, trying to find a place to bed down for the night. And some of those people are just fine. Say hi, talk to them, they're good. And some of them, they're busy singing, yelling, and arguing with themselves as they're walking. And it's the ones that are like that but are quiet that you have to be careful about. As well as, I was dragging my camera around town the other night, and one of the things that we have is there used to be an American Chinese restaurant that was here for like 60, 70 years, and then it shut down within like 5 years ago. The place has been empty. And then just before the whole pandemic things started to get bought. And then, of course, lockdowns and everything. So it's been years that they have been working on trying to turn this place into apparently an Irish pub. And on the side of the building, they've been working on a big mural. And so as I was going on my walkies with the camera and recording all the Christmas stuff, which as soon as I find my card reader, I'll put it up there, I was just recording the side of this place. Thing is, of course, it's right next to a museum of Shelton. And one of the things is, next to that building, there's a tiny little grassy area, and there's scaffolding up against the place they're putting the pub, and then there's grass, and then back there's 2 park benches. And apparently I irritated somebody who was trying to sleep back there, because as I was recording the side and such and going, boy, this is really a beautiful mural, and then this person ended up with like, if you say that one more time, I'm gonna break your camera. And it's like, so of course as I'm walking away, I'm going, that is just one beautiful mural, because you have to poke the bear just in case. But there are homeless people everywhere. I mean, when I go walkies on the woods, when I go walkies on the train tracks, and I talk about that, I haven't been able to do it much lately. It's raining all the time. And if I go walking on the train tracks when it's raining, I'm going to slip and fall, or at least I'm going to get soaked from the knees down, and I don't want to do that. But before it got so rainy, I go walking out on the train tracks, and you have the train tracks, you have woods, then there's it's not a river, but it's a creek, one of the end points of a river, and it runs out to the Bay Area, and then there's more woods and such on the other side. And there's tents and people in them that are out there in the woods. So if you like walking on the trails, don't walk on them at night. I mean, every time I go walkies, of course, there are people, not on every block, but downtown in a lot of blocks, people sleeping in doorways and under awnings. And of course, not every block, but on most of them, parked cars have got people that are sleeping in them for the night. So, Yay. I mean, life is depressing, but life is life. I mean, I'm still surviving and walking around and doing stuff and trying to stay as healthy as possible. Yay, a thumbs up on that. One of the things also I do want to talk about is I am of course horrified and disgusted at what has been going on Twitch lately, where 2 people have now been banned from the use of the slur cracker. I mean, people are terrified to even say things like, yeah, I like to have oyster crackers in my soup, or, Cracker Barrel, because 2 people already, because that's a slur. The bad part, of course, that makes this so ridiculous in every way, shape, or form is they still have people using racial slurs everywhere. Actual racial slurs. Hard R, hard A, N-word. And even though Twitch says, oh, we take a stance against this, you still have people that are able to say it and type it and write it all over the platform. And you've got the ableist stuff, the R word, for people that have any sort of, disadvantage upstairs. Bad way to put it, but I can't remember the frickin' word. What is it? Developmentally disadvantaged. There we go. Using bad words for this, that, and the other, that's all fine. People have been just complaining about this for years. A couple white people have been really saying, oh gosh, cracker is a racial slur, even though it is a slur. It's an insult. But it's white on white that has been adopted by others, and it's not a racial thing. But of course, white people got offended. And white people, as we know, are the true victims in every situation in the United States. So of course, you can use all these racial, ableist, and you can be bigoted against trans people, you can be anti-LGBTQ, you can do all this stuff and it's fine, but use the word slur and hurt the fifis of some white boys, yeah, they're banning people for that. You don't want to hurt white people's feelings because we're the true victims. How much of a snowflake do you have to be? I mean, for decades, or at least a decade, the conservatives in the United States have called everyone that wasn't them a snowflake because, hey, it's like, why hurt people's feelings if you don't have to? But you say the slightest thing to these people and they melt down in just an absolute horrific fashion because projection. They are nothing but snowflakes, and so they project that on everyone else. So thumbs up. But life is life. I mean, I talked about this in a tweet. Just like on YouTube, I've got a lot of subscriber count, but very few people watch. I have a fair amount of followers, not a lot of people read. But I tweeted out about, now with this going on, I like the term mayo monkey. I think it's funny as hell to refer to white people. I like that term. But just as Vosh on Twitch found out, when he referred to himself as a cracker, who knows how long he's been banned? He might be a permanent ban, if not just a weak ban for calling himself a cracker. What would happen if I was streaming and I called myself a mayo monkey? Would I be banned for using a hateful term against myself? Still though, I have therapy today, so I'm trying to kind of rush through stuff at 7:52 right now, so yay on that. And then as stated, I have to walk to Walmart. I gotta buy some stuff, and my sister sent me for Christmas a Walmart gift card. Oh, thank God, because I need to buy things, and I was going to have to figure out, can I decide to not eat for a while to buy the stuff I need? But thank my sister. Good thing for that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments, my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments. As long as it's more than 0, we're still doing good. Thumbs up on that. If I mispronounce any username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I count in American Sign Language, with my depression, fibro, ADHD, I have brain fog. I use cannabis for pain and mobility, and that doesn't help in the memory department either. So I keep getting better. Still, I'm medicated for my ADHD, and that is helping a lot. So, Sol Saldivar, thumbs up and thank you. We have LAZIREOJ, thumbs up and thank you. Silent Hex, except a 1 instead of an L, and thumbs up. Good to see you then. Thoffer Camely, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. And Bartek ZYCHOWICZ, thumbs up and thank you. Dominique 56, Dominique, thumbs up. Ali Spritzer, thumbs up. TRYM and then an O with a slash through it, STMO, and thank you. Greatly appreciated. We have Ben B, thumbs up and thank you. There is Armgao, GAO, thumbs up and thank you. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only in text, and it is appreciated. Thank you so much. And of course, with my hands in the air, just to repeat, I don't know what device you're watching this on, if you are watching, and if you are, thank you so very much. But inside the show more, there are links to all my various channels: reaction channel, creative channel, gaming channel, which I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with. If you could check those out, that'd be cool. Also links to things like my Patreon, and again, I want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These are beautiful and awesome people. Literally, my rent eats up 99% of my disability, and I can't work. So it is these people that are literally helping to keep me and my pets alive. Thank you very, very, very much. And if you could become a Patreon patron, that would be very cool. Links down below. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, there's a PayPal link, where I'm not above grubbing for your spare cash. When you got next to nothing, anything helps. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I do have an Amazon wish list link with things like cat food and hamster bedding on it. If you could check that out, that'd be awesome. My kitty cat needs food and I don't really have money. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot or do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool and appreciated. And my voice. Thumbs up for that. In your life, these are a good foundation. They're not the only foundation. There are other good foundations too. But this is a good foundation for life. Not the end all and be all, but a good place to start. Thumbs up for that. Oh, excuse me. Good Lord. And of course, with the Covfefe bug still raging, we are soon to surpass 1 million dead in the United States from this. Do not be a victim. If you have to go out, wear a mask, wash your hands often, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing, get the vax if you haven't and it's available to you. Get a booster if you can sign up for it. You don't have to be an early death statistic. Until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and quite frankly, I think that's a very good thing.